I didn't know you were sponsored by Audible.
Oh, I'm sponsored by Audible. No, I'm not. Hello, everybody. Welcome along. This is episode 6. I have not been keeping count of Risky Keeps. Hey, Quinn. How you getting on? Quinn just in the chat here. Today, I'm joined by 3 lovely folks. Tom Callahan, who's been on here already, and Matt. So, before we start the game, let's do a quick roundtable. Jump in, say what everybody's playing, what they're about. If you want to plug anything, go right ahead. We'll start with yourself, Tom. How you getting on?
Yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to play some games.
Yeah.
I'm playing Evelyn, so I'm gonna try and steal everybody else's strategies by playing terrible vampires. I'm one of the admins on the Irish Magic Discord, and avid modern commander player. That's about it about me.
Yeah. And the person that beats me most regularly with Amulet Titan.
Beat most people.
I hate that deck so
I've
much.
revealed your secret
Oh,
now.
it's a great deck.
deepest
Nev-
depths of my heart.
Now they know.
Oh, good stuff. I love this Evelyn deck. I've played with it a few times. Tom's part of my regular play group, and this Evelyn deck is so cool. I love to see it. So, Callahan, welcome back, bud. How you getting on?
Yeah. Always a pleasure. For those who don't know me, I'm Callahan. I am from and founder of the Mind Sculptors, if you can see that. We're not using that playmat right now because Qatari is the commander today. But we do. I play mostly CEDH. So this is obviously not CEDH what I'm playing, but we just did an episode which was a little bit of a where we did a nod to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is the CEDH player's guide to ad nauseum. And the opening line of the video of the podcast, I very meticulously used a AI voice generator to get like the opening line of the book, but instead of the burn being about they're so primitive that they still think digital watches are a pretty neat idea. They're so primitive that they still think Allure combos are a pretty neat idea. So but we like to have fun. We do a lot of deep dive stuff on like CEDH stuff, so if you're interested in any of that, definitely check out the Mind Sculptors.
Sweet.
And today I'm playing Qatari Too Big Too Buick, and it is a lot of vehicles, and I like to have fun with vehicles. And my favorite car is my big beautiful Buick Encore that's actually small, but my small Buick Encore doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Awesome. Good stuff. And Matt, how you getting on, bud?
Yeah, good mate. Thanks for inviting me over here.
Anytime.
My name's Matt. I've got a channel called Total MTG. Mainly do standard and budget stuff these days, but all I play in paper is Commander. That's I wouldn't ever really play paper standard because I'm not that silly. I do enjoy standard, but I do enjoy budget, and because it's a very hard format to get into. That's why budget's a lot easier for people to do, especially when wild cards are considered as well. Today, in true Blue Mage fashion, I'm given the first run out to Leia, Disciple of the Drowned. It's a blue deck with not one single counter spell as far as I know. It has a few bounce spells and like return to hand and stuff like that, but it's basically protecting myself, trying to mill out everyone, and there's a slight token theme as well with some instant sorcery token generators in the deck. But yeah, looking forward to it.
I love any deck that involves a Talrand.
Yeah.
All right. Before we start, who won the die roll again? It was between Tom and Matt. You both rolled even, and it was
Tom?
Can't remember.
That was Matt. Matt got 11. I got 9.
Matt
Okay.
got 11. All right. Good stuff. So feel free to start whenever you want. Kitchen Table
Okay.
Games, welcome along. How you getting on?
Alright, so good luck everyone.
Yeah.
I'll draw. And quite a very apt turn 1 play from a deck. Ruin Crab.
Nice.
And pass turn.
Neat.
Start the mid as I mean to go on.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to draw. I'm going to start as I mean to go on. I'm going to play a nice casual tapped Windscar Crag. I'll gain a life. I'm now officially winning. And I will pass turn.
Cool. And I'll draw. I'll play Sulphur Falls. I don't have a mountain or an island in play, so it'll come in tapped, and then I'll pass.
Cool. I will draw a card. I'm going to wish I had a 1-drop and play a Hollowed Fountain tapped. Pass the turn.
Okay. On tap. Draw. I'll play a land for turn, so everyone mills 3 cards.
Neat. Consulate Dreadnought. God. Plains. Path to Exile.
Creative Technique, Imposing Grandeur, and Heartwarming Redemption.
Okay.
Mountain, Victimize, and Masteros Diabolist.
And then I'll pass turn.
Oh yeah, that's me. I'll draw. I'm gonna play a Terramorphic Expanse. I'll crack it and get a Plains, I guess, and then I'll just pass.
Cool. On tap, we'll keep draw. I'll play a Great Furnace
Mm-hmm.
with a Great Arc, and then I'll tap for 2, and I'll play a Rakdos Signet and pass.
Neat. Untap. Draw. That does not change anything. I'm going to play this Mech Hanger.
Mm-hmm.
Tap 2. I'm going to do exactly what you did, except I'm going to play an Azorius Signet. Ooh. And pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. Oh. Okay, Miss Milan drop.
I'm not sad about that. Oh, darn!
So I will tap for 2
Mm-hmm.
and play Mesmeric Orb.
Oh,
Nice.
So when a permanent becomes untapped, the person's controller mills a card.
all right. It's got to be that kind of game. Let's go.
Pass turn.
Just the best mill card in the deck, probably.
You're not going to send a message, Matt, and attack someone for 0 now.
Nah.
Oh,
I'll need a blocker.
I'll mill a
Doesn't wanna
Manascape
mill himself.
Refractor. No,
Yeah.
blow. All right. Well, I'll play a Young Peasy. Then I'll play a Boros Garrison. I'll bounce the Plains back to hand. And I have 7 in hand, so I'll pass the turn.
I'll untap and mill 2.
Mm-hmm.
Command Tower and a Blood Mage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Draw for turn. Cool. I'll play a Newborg.
Nice.
So all our lands are swamps. And then I'll tap for 1. I'll play an Indulgent Aristocrat.
Mm.
And I'll tap for a red, and I'll give him Sticky Fingers. So it's a one drop enchantment. The enchanted creature has menace, and whenever it attacks or whenever it deals combat damage, I create a treasure.
Interesting.
Then I'll pass.
Tap, mill 2. 1, 2, Shorkai, Moxie Ember. Oh, I have to draw for turn yet, don't I?
Yes.
Okay. Huh. Man, that's sad.
What's up?
Oh, just my lack of my lack of mana rocks.
that
We
feel.
will play this plains. And I think what we will do is 1, 2, 3. Cast this Imperial Recovery unit
Okay, cool.
and pass the turn.
Okay, untap mill 2, propaganda, and psychic spiral. Draw. Oh, get to greedy hand.
Oh no.
Jeez. Still got 7 cards, so I don't want to play that. I'll just play that. For 0, I'll play Tormod's Crypt
Mm.
and pass turn.
Alright. Untap. Oh, keep drop. Yep.
Mill 2 before your draw.
Oh, sorry. That was the card that was on top. I forgot all about the
Yep.
milling. Well, it was a land. And
I am a judge.
deflecting palm. Draw for turn. Okay, well I still drew a land, so that's okay.
Saved.
I'm going to play a Worn Power Stone tapped, and I will take the opportunity to swing into you, Callahan, for 2.
Sure, I will take 2.
Boop.
Nope, that's the wrong window.
Then I'll pass. You go, Tom.
Cool. I'll untap and mill 2 cards. Swamp and Den of the Bugbear.
Nice.
And then I'll draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll play another swamp. I've got a combat. I think I'm going to attack Matt for 1 with a 1/1 with Menace and Lifelink.
Okay, take the 1.
Lovely. And I'll create a treasure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to tap for 5. And I'm going to play a 5-mana enchantment and pass.
It's a black market.
Don't.
It's a black market.
Okay.
And then I'll pass.
I have to remember what to put on a charge card on the beginning for coming. Oh, neat,
Yeah.
neat. Okay, that's right. Okay, so I'm gonna mill 3.
Mhm.
Cauldra, Spire, and Mox Opal.
Hey, Mr. B, welcome along. You getting on, bud?
Okay. Draw. Okay, we are cooking with fire now.
Mm.
I'll play Buried Ruin. Tap this. Tap Azorius.
Onyx is
Signet.
thick. Thanks for the follow.
Play
Love it.
Arcane Signet. One, two, three, four. Cast a Deadeye Quartermaster.
Love it. Hell yeah.
Is that good?
Good for me. Yep.
Cool. Alright.
Yeah, Mr. B
What am I
stream's good so
searching
far.
here?
We're not on long, but it's been good.
That was the real test to see if Matt had no counters in his
Yeah.
deck right there.
Yeah. I was like, So
Well,
I might have had a response, but I can't risk not drawing land, and I've gone through a few cards now, so I don't want to
fair.
trigger my
Yeah.
orb. Because I can't do nothing with 2 lands.
Yeah.
Must suck to be afraid of your own game pieces.
Exactly. I mean, it looked like a really good opening hand.
Yeah,
Like
it
2
was a great
lands, got
opener.
Crab,
Yeah.
I've got this and that. Of course, I'll draw into a land.
All I have to do is just have my deck cooperate with me.
Yeah, that's all I need.
right.
You know, not to act like Arena and not give you a
Yeah.
land.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking a second. I'm just remembering
You're
all the cards
good.
that are in this. I think we'll just grab this reality chip.
Nice. I love reality chips so much. I kind of want to make a reality chip deck.
Reality chip is one of my favorite cards. I think it's such a
Yeah.
like interesting card.
Super cool.
Yes, there's a little bit of an equipment sub-theme because for some reason they decided that vehicles and equipment overlap, question mark. I am going to crew Imperial Recovery Unit,
Yeah.
and I am going to move to combat.
Yes.
I am going to... I think here I'm going to swing 3 at Tom. There is an Imperial Recovery Unit trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have it target my Consulate Dreadnought. And that just puts it back in my hand. Is that
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, that's good. I'll take the 3.
good? Are we cracking Tormod's Crypt, or can I put it in my hand?
Nah, you can put it
Okay. And after that, I'll pass.
in. Land. Everyone
Got
move
there.
free. Come on.
Oh,
Foundry Inspector, Metalworker, Myriad Landscape.
my favorite Stormkiln artist. A Plains and a Radiant Scroll Wielder.
I'm going to pay 3 to play Psychic Corrosion. So whenever I draw a card, each opponent puts 2 cards into their graveyard from the middle.
I
But,
feel
what if you
like
didn't, though?
here's the thing. What if he didn't though? I'll mana tide that.
Oh my god.
Yes! The classic!
That
The
beautiful
classic.
proxy there.
Got him.
Proxy.
Got him.
Oh, I saw the opportunity. I was like, someone has finally tapped out for something that like is meaningful. No.
Oh, my goodness.
Stop.
I'm not a lucky
Turn.
more shot.
I said this was a first. Sorry, I didn't actually mention what I was doing. Fellmark's Lorehold, by the way, for anyone watching, is it's a Sunforger wheels deck, but without any payoffs for wheeling. It's just there to draw cards. So it's a Sunforger deck. So naturally, it has a mana tide.
So good.
Yeah.
Pass the
You do
turn.
have a token, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to actually find a suitable token, which I can't find right now.
Lol.
I thought it was
The
in my deck
struggle.
box.
I feel
This
that.
is a
Panic
token
attack
until I
as well.
find
I'm
it.
like, where are all my tokens?
Okay, so I'm untapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna mill 5. Uh-oh. This is going quickly. Plains, Bergie, Heraldic Banner, Mizzix's Mastery, and Unexpected Windfall. Okay. I'll draw for turn.
The orb's doing some work.
Just doing a lot of work. I see you've tapped some mana, but do you have one more? I think I'm just going to use this as a setup turn. So I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to play a Gilded Lotus. Spills. Thanks for the gift sub to Matt. Matt, thanks for subbing.
Thanks, Leanne.
And with that, I think I've just got. Yeah, you know what? I'll play a Sajiri Shelter tapped as a land, Sajiri Glacier, and I'll just pass the turn. Yep,
Cool.
good stuff. Yeah, Quinn milling the Mizzix Mastery. That was painful.
6. I will mill 6.
Mm-hmm. And the 5 biddies land. Thank you.
Yeah, Sword of Heart and Home, Nighthawk Scavenger, Child of Night, and then a couple of lands.
Neat.
Draw for turn. I think I'll just go to combat.
Oh,
And
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Gonna attack Matt again for one, so I can get another treasure.
Nice.
The treasures.
The sparks
one.
joy.
Violets.
Then I'm just gonna pass.
Nice.
All right. So I'm untapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. So we're building Ornithopter of Paradise, Weatherlight, Conqueror's Galleon, Phyrexian Metamorph, Crystal Vein. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. War of Invention. 7. Swift Reconfig. 8. Reliquary Tower. Draw for turn. Cool. Cool.
I cannot find my elemental tokens anywhere.
So I think we definitely do this and cast the reality chip.
Yeah.
Me sitting here wishing Arden was in my command zone. I can do that. That seems fine. Like, it's not as good without that, but that's not a big deal. And what's my graveyard again? Yeah, I didn't really. I guess I hit an Ornithopter of Paradise, which is not irrelevant. Yeah, I'm gonna crew Imperial Recovery Unit,
Nice.
and then I would like to move to combat.
The Milling's just making that better. God damn.
And again, I'm gonna swing. You know what? This time I'm gonna swing 3 at Matt. I'm gonna join in. And there's a attack trigger, which will target the only valid target, which is Ornithopter of Paradise. Any response to that resolving?
Nah, I'm not gonna. Not yet.
Okay.
I should do it. That crowd's been useless.
Okay. And then there is a
3,
3/4 coming at you.
3, 4. Yeah, take 3.
Cool. Cool. Then do I play this or do I play that? I think we probably do this. Damn it, I should have played this beforehand. I'm a dumb. I'm like a big dumb. Or
I
can I
forgot to play
just...
a land last turn, so you can't be that dumb.
I think what we will do...
Peter, welcome along, bud.
Let's reconfigure Reality Chip on the Deadeye Quartermaster.
You love to see it.
And then we'll pass the turn.
Okay. Tom, I noticed you said in chat there that the token has like Hell's Moving Castle vibes.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
we've
shouldn't
shown
have
you
passed
this.
the turn. There's something on top of
You
my
what?
deck. I wish I hadn't have passed the turn. There's a land I
Oh,
wanted to put on
no.
top.
You can just do it now if you want. Like I'm not too concerned about that.
If everybody's okay with that,
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
play Inventors
So,
there.
I milled Fractured Sanity, Windfall, and a land.
Not another land.
No, land.
Oh, you drew a card, so we... No, you don't, because you got Mana Tide, right?
No, exactly. I got Mana
Ah,
My first time ever being Mana in Commander.
Relive the trauma.
I'm glad to be your first, Matt. I'm glad.
Yeah, well, my first. You took that cherry. Right. Right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Oh. Oh.
Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they've exiled cards with total mana 20 or more.
God. Okay.
That will not take long for me.
I'll start, I guess. So 2. That's 5, so 7. That's 4, so 11. That's 3, so 14. It's 3, so 17. That's 5, so over 20. So I've exiled 7 cards.
Wow. So I'll go. It's 3,
Oof.
4. Damn it!
Oh no!
Big jump. 7.
Oh, that's a big jump.
11. 15, 19, 25, basically.
Oh,
Jesus.
this is great.
All right.
Yeah, some big bombs you got there.
So we've got a island, a henge. So we have 1, 4, 9,
Peter being the Canton chat.
14, 16, 17, 18,
Oh my god.
22.
Hey.
Jeez.
Oh,
So that's
funny
1,
card.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13 cards for me. Whoa.
Sweet.
I mean, Matt's got 3 mana, and I'm worried about my deck already.
Oh, funny. Pass turn to you, Scott, mate.
In your end step, we'll do something. Phoenix 15, thanks for the follow. Welcome along, friend.
Oh, hey, that's fellow Mind Sculptor.
I am going to float 3 mana. I'm going to cast Cathartic Pyre, choosing to discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards. And I'm going to get another elemental. Come on, in under. Get under. Come on. There we go. So I'll discard Divine Reckoning, and I'll draw a card. Alright. So I'm gonna untap. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Milling over 2 lands, a Strike It Rich, an Ardent Elementalist, and a Swiftfoot Boots. And then I'll draw for turn. So yeah, Tom, what I was saying a second ago, you said this elemental gave you Hell's Moving Castle vibes.
Hell's Moving Castle. Yeah.
So not long after I went to Japan a few years ago, my sister also went, and she went to the Studio Ghibli museum, the museum. And one of the things that she got there, she brought back for me, was this. It is a calcifer coaster.
Oh, that's awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. He just sits there like around with the cup here,
Oh, that's
and he just
so
sits there
cool.
looking like he's heating it
Nice.
up. It's so good. It's my favorite thing. Love it. So I'm gonna play Mountain for turn. Now, how much mana have I got? 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a good bit of mana. So might be able to do some stuff. Let's start by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's just cast Velamachus. Let's go.
Neat.
Neat. Okay, so life totals are relatively similar, so that's fine. Where will I go? Tom, the black market is looking terrifying, so I'll just swing with Velamachus. Now,
Oh shit, that has haste.
yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, it's 7. It's 7 mana. It'd want to. But yeah, I'll see if I can bring it up here for folks to chat, because I do have a Japanese alt art version of it. So
You can just hover over it on spell table and it'll pop right up,
yeah, that's true.
like over your commander.
Yeah, it just obscures the
Oh, that's true.
board and stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to attack with this. Is going to be an attack trigger. I'm going to look at the top 7 cards, and I may cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to Velamachus' power from among them without paying the mana cost. Now, unfortunately, this was a bit of a whiff, but let's It's also not the worst whiff in the world. Okay. I'm gonna cast Rip Apart. But before I do, I'm gonna ask the table what they think the target should be.
Mesmeric Orb.
Mesmeric Orb.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it'll have to be Mesmeric Orb. Yeah.
Is it just destroy? Yeah.
Just destroy. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Yeah.
Oh no. Why would you ask that?
I might be able to get it back. I don't know.
And then Tom, you'll just take 5 commander damage. And
Yeah, I'll take the 5.
with that, then that's it for me. I'll just pass.
At the end of your turn, Scott,
Yes.
I want to remind you that my commander has flash.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I'll cast her. When she ETBs, we're gonna use her activated ability, her triggered ability, and we'll all exile a card from the top of our libraries face up
Yep.
with a collection counter on her.
Out of the frying pan
Oh,
into the
You
fire.
had a Cloud Steel Kieran
God,
for me.
I needed that myriad landscape.
Evolving Wilds for me.
A platinum steel Kieran, you say? Right. Glad I got that land. Nothing there I want to do right now. I'm gonna use one of my treasures and crack it for a blue so I can brainstorm as well.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
And I'll put these 2 back on top. Perfect. If everybody can just keep their exile cards to the side, we might use
Yeah.
them later on.
I'll leave them here
I'm
for you.
putting it here.
Awesome. Alright, I'll go to my turn then, and
Mhm.
I'll untap, and I don't have to mill anything. Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
Alright. Draw for turn. I'll play a River Glide Pathway on the riverside for blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think what I'll do is I'll tap for 2 and I'll play a Gifted Etherborn, which will trigger Evelyn again.
Oh, here we go. Exile another
So
card.
Mine is another land.
Mine is. Oh, it's a good one. Dissipation Field.
Oof. Planes for me.
You hit Anchor to Reality.
Mm.
Cool.
Anchor to Reality, sweet.
Anything else I can do from here is the question, though. I think I got a combat. I'm gonna attack Matt again. For 1 lifelink, so I can get a treasure.
I'm starting to feel picked on.
Menace,
Those-
what evasion.
Those little one. My crab can't do anything.
Yeah.
Poor little crab.
Yeah, that's it for me, unfortunately.
Cool. Gonna untap. Not mill cards. Hell yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, I also gain 1 life from Inventor's Day.
Oh.
Did my life total change?
Mm. I think you were
Cool,
hit at
cool,
some
cool,
point.
cool.
But
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. Let's see here. I'll play this ancient tune. We'll tap 2. We'll cast Unlicensed Hearse from the top of my deck.
neat.
Hey Matt, what's all in your graveyard?
Propaganda, Psychic Spiral, Psychic Corrosion, Fractured Sanity, Windfall, Tasha's, Mesmeric Orb, and a land.
I'm gonna tap this and exile your Mesmeric Orb and your Psychic Corrosion.
Mm.
Shoot. Then I will tap this, take 2, play Ornithopter Paradise. Let's see here. I think we definitely do this now. I will tap 2 to play the Omen Keel.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then I'll tap 3 to play Drum Bellower.
Nice. Wait, the Omen Keel is just Mesmeric Orb with extra steps.
I have to deal damage to a player is very important.
Yeah.
I am going to use Drum Bellower to crew Imperial Recovery Unit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move to combat. Matt, I'm going to swing a 3/4 at you, and there will be a trigger. And I don't know if there's any valid targets for it, so it might not even matter. Yeah, there's no valid targets for it, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay. Take 3.
Cool. You will exile the top 3 cards of your library from a different pile than the other exile pile.
Well, so I've got 3 exile piles.
That seems to be the case.
So it was land, rainform, and land.
Cool. Yeah, after that, I'll pass the turn.
I will play a land. Everyone mill 3.
Oh, we're still on this. Okay.
Still there.
Temple of Enlightenment, Island, Soul Ring.
2 lands and my
Stormcrow
other
Captain.
sick trick.
Stormcrow Captain, Trilling Encore, and Chaos Warp.
I'm going to play for 1 Elixir of Immortality.
Ah.
And then I'm going to pay 2 and crack it. And gain 5 and shuffle my library back in.
Yep. This is why I exiled those 2 cards when I did.
Yeah.
So I was like, no
Good
thank
shout.
you.
Yeah.
Let's...
Nice.
The Tormod's Crypt is such a good deterrent to any graveyard synergies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just because obviously playing mill, you could be really helping someone out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it gives me a chance to react a little bit. And that's me done. Past 10.
Alright. Let's hope we hit a wheel when we attack this turn. Yep. I'm going to go to combat straight away. I am... Callahan? I'm going to
I have
swing...
flyers for what it's worth.
Yeah. I don't
But
think
I
you've...
don't mind throwing in front of it.
Yeah, that's fine. I will...
Does it need to connect?
Nope.
Or no?
Just needs to
Just
attack.
Attack.
Yep.
Okay. You're swinging 5 at me.
Attack trigger.
Cool.
just like
swinging
Primeval
5.
Light.
Attack trigger. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's look at these now. See what we get. Jesus, where? You know
Wheel.
what? You
Wheel.
actually tashes it away like 4 wheels. I think that's probably the problem here.
Oh, damn.
That's super sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
That's for the man
I
himself.
was kind of hoping we'd hit my Tasha with the Tashas and be like, she's not laughing anymore.
This
L-
You got Tasha's in there, right?
L-
Yeah.
Oh,
Spills, thanks for the gift sub. And enjoy it, JJ Mickey. I'm gonna have to. Oh god, this blows. I'm gonna have to hit this cathartic reunion. So yes, I still have to pay the costs. put these on the bottom. I will make an additional elemental, but I will also, as a cost to cast, I'm going to discard 2 cards. I'll get rid of Valorous Stance and Myriad Landscape, and I'll draw 3. Okay, they were incredibly excellent cards. Yeah, so just 5 Callan. And post combat, anybody feeling like a wheeling?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got 3 cards.
Well, I'm going to play Sol Ring first. I'm then going to play. This is a proxy friendly stream. I should have mentioned that already,
Yeah.
but you know, that should be a given. I am going to cast a.
So I should put my proxied Mishra's Workshop in this, right?
Of course, yeah. I'm going to cast a Wheel of Fortune. Just actual factual wheel.
Cool.
So
Yeah, that's fine with
No
me.
effect.
I'm going to make another elemental.
Kind of sad because I had a Wrath of God in my hand. But
I've one in the bin. Like I can flash it back.
discarding, refurbish, Wrath of God, Consulate Dreadnought.
Discarding this card I couldn't play because there was a Tormod script to play.
Oh, nice.
The rest is irrelevant.
I'm discarding Crush Contraband, Thrilling Discovery, and Tybalt's Trickery.
I'm discarding Unsubstantiate, Ether Spouts, Gale's Redirection, and Memory Deluge.
Nice. Okay. I have cards I enjoy playing in my hand now, which is great. Love that for me. I'll play a land for turn. And yeah, I'm just going to play these 2 shitters. I'll play a Gutter Snipe. And
That's a yikes.
that's a yikes, isn't it? Yeah. And then I'll
That's a danger.
also play a Thermo Alchemist. And
Even more.
with that,
Gutter Snipe's an outlet for Wilson Dragon Cultist because you cast 1 instant sorcery and it deals 6 damage as long as you have 3 opponents. And so it off 1 spell you're guaranteed a Wilson trigger
Wow.
nice.
with Gutter Snipe.
Nice.
It's such a fun little deck.
With that, I will pass. Now, Tom
Cool.
with a full grip. Let's go.
One tap.
Well, I
let's
never
see what
like
we
when
can
you
do.
laugh at that.
Draw. I mean, we're about to have some fun, right?
I mean, yeah.
That's yikes.
I'll play a Mountain.
I've played with Tom often enough that whenever I make any kind of comment on his board state or hand, and then he starts laughing, I know we're fucked. Like,
Good deal. Good deal.
yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
Oh,
Maybe don't. No, I think we'll just get some mana.
Scott, the first thing I did when I was upgrading this list
Yeah.
with changing the mana base was just giving it better lands and moving it down to 30 lands. Because it's just
There's
like,
a lot of lands in it, yeah.
it kept flooding
A lot of
out.
lands,
And I was just like,
yeah.
I don't need more than 30 lands.
30 feels
I'm gonna-
low, but like, I guess it depends on how it plays out. So far, it looks pretty good. So
I'm going to tap for 4 and play Helrika Dominati. It is a legendary vampire. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I may choose one that hasn't been chosen. Each player sacrifices a creature, draw a card, discard a card, lose 1 life, or transform her. She's 3/3 with flying. I think I'm going to go straight to combat after
Okay.
that, after it resolves, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I pass on that. I've got nothing to say about it.
okay.
And then I'm gonna get her trigger at the beginning of combat. I am going to get each player to sacrifice a creature.
Don't we have to exile for Evelyn?
Oh, sorry, we do. Evelyn
Oh.
trigger. Apologies, yeah.
Yep.
Jumping ahead of myself here.
I'm mad about it because
Deafening
it's a
Clarion?
and I really wanted that card.
Cordial
Talrand.
Vampire. Ooh,
Talrand.
Talrand seems good.
Deafening Clarion, anybody?
Definitely clearing means I could get a lot of black market mana.
Yeah, I fear that.
Cordial Vampire as well, which is good synergy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm still just gonna go to combat though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll go to combat, and the first one I'm gonna pick is everybody has to sack a creature.
Well, that's an easy choice for me.
I'm taking an
Crappy
element.
boy's gone.
That one.
Ornithopter Paradise, I think. Quartermaster's fine.
I'm gonna just sack the Gifted Edenborn. I want to keep getting my treasures.
I went from 3 creatures to 3 creatures. Thanks, Reconfigure.
I'm gonna go for. I can't go for anyone else. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit Matt for 1.
This one little indulgent bully.
And I'll get another treasure. Then second main. Yeah, let's throw down a thread, I suppose. Second main, I'm just gonna play a Door of Destinies.
Okay.
Neat.
So no counters on it at the moment. 4 creatures have died since we started the turn there. So there's 4 counters on black market. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass them.
Okay.
Cool. Untap. Inventor's Fair trigger. Oh, gain 1 life. And do I want to do this? I don't think so. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw. Okay.
Okay.
We will play an Urza's Saga.
Ooh.
Where am I? These are better for stream. There's that. Let's go ahead and tap. The mana's super awkward. We're gonna tap Storius Signet for it. We'll play Ethereum Sculptor. We'll then. So let's see here. 1. 2. I'll cast a Shram. I will tap this for colorless to cast a Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay. What is the most annoying thing on the board right now? That's probably up there. So I think we will take 2. Tap this, and I will cast a Sky Sovereign Shram trigger. We'll draw a card.
Yep. Chunky ship. Here we go.
Does that resolve?
Yes. I've no more mana sides.
Neat. I am going to have it deal 3 damage to the Henrika Domnathi.
Be a pity if someone cast their own card against you.
I can still make.
Yeah, I know you've got a Sky Sovereign.
Not super scared. I think then what do we do? think then what we do is we tap this to crew the Omen Keel,
Oh.
and we tap Drum Bellower to crew Imperial Recovery Unit, and I will move to combat. I am going to swing 6 at Matt. Imperial Recovery Unit trigger. It will target the Consulate Dreadnought.
So I'll activate Torments and exile your radio.
Sure.
Nice.
Take 6.
Okay. And then you will exile 6 cards.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. River's Rebuke, Rapid Hydrogenization, Land, Narset's Reversal, and Shark Typhoon.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. All
Cool
right.
cards.
What's on top here? Ooh. Kind of. What's in my hand?
Kind of feel bad now the crab is gone.
Well,
People they just don't like blue.
let me tell you, the milling has been working so far because allow me to show you my draft deck of a library that's left.
I mean, my graveyard's nearly bigger than my library.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cycle this irrigated farmland.
I've done
Yeah,
a lot
I'm
on free
sure.
land. Put it that way.
Yeah,
Big time.
you know, saying like, either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah.
And then I think we just pass the turn.
Okay. Draw.
And
Play a
play
land.
creatures.
We will play an elixir of immortality.
Again.
Nice.
All-star of the deck.
We will pay 3 for an ensnaring bridge.
Oh,
Oh,
that'll learn yous.
Okay.
I literally think chat were talking about this earlier. They were saying it's horrible to
Yeah.
play against.
Without an answer, of course.
And that's
Yeah.
me done.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. So, Matt, how many cards are in your hand? Just so I know. if
4.
4. Okay. Okay. So anything that's greater than 4, is it? I think so.
Creatures with power greater than the number of cards can't attack.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Tom, thanks for the resub, bud.
LOL does not impact my my ability to attack at all. That's funny.
I'm gonna pay 1. I'm gonna cast Faithless Looting. I'll hold priority and I'll just tap Thermal Alchemist to ping everybody for 1.
Sure.
Then
Ow.
Gutter Snipe will deal 3 to everyone. Or, well, there's a total of 3 between the two of these. And this will untap.
Yeah.
And I'll make an elemental. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually going to... There's so many here now that I may as well just show it with the dice to save space. So I'll draw 2. Discard 2. Cool. Not very helpful at all. Have I lost my... No, I haven't. Okay, that's worth remembering. I'm going to get rid of a Mountain and Axguard Armory. And... Huh. What the hell am I doing? I could, in theory... Okay, well, let's. I'll play a land for turn. It's Sunhome, Fortress of the Legion.
Yep.
Another Amulet Titan Ulster, and gonna tap 2 and a red. And you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna Wheel of Misfortune. It'll deal 3 damage in total to everybody again.
LOL.
Another 3, mate, yeah?
Yep. And then another token. Okay, so does everybody know how Wheel of Misfortune works, or do you want a quick refresher?
I do.
What's it do?
So It's basically Wheel of Fortune, only we have to bid on wheeling. So whoever bids the lowest amount of life, or tied for the lowest, does not wheel. And whoever bids the highest takes damage equal to whatever they've bid. And that's the main difference with Wheel of Fortune and this. So I'm gonna choose an amount here myself. Yeah, okay, I think I'm good. Alright, so on the count of 3 we reveal. 1, 2, 3.
1.
7.
0.
Alright,
7.
so
Can't be 0, right?
it can be 0 if you want, yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah. It's okay, you don't even take the damage, you still get a wheel, but Matt, yourself and myself, we each take 7 because we both bid the same.
No, I didn't want to wheel. That's why I was saying.
And then
4.
everybody but me wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will 7 cards to be, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm getting rid of Surge to Victory and Oblation, and then I'm drawing 7.
The most important card I'm getting rid of that I didn't want to get rid of was Kindred Charge.
Oh God.
I was gonna get a lot of cards next turn.
You were. And I've just drawn into a bunch of mana rocks. Okay, well, you know what? Tom, I can actually attack you and you still have a very healthy life total, so I'm going to beep.
I've got 7 cards in hand now as well, so you can attack.
Well, that's very true. But you are a low life total right now, so I don't think it's too bad. I'll just swing at you, Tom, in the air. I'll do an attack trigger with Velomachus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll cast a Wheel of Fate.
Yeah.
We're just gonna wheel again,
I hate that.
and everybody take 3.
God damn it! There was another great card in here I wanted.
Well, I'll draw you another 7. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but the next 7 won't have Command the Dreadhorde.
It's true. I'm getting rid of 2 rocks, 4 lands, and a bull bend. That was a terrible wheel.
Oh, that's a good one.
What are you discarding, Tom?
I discarded a bunch of lands, but Command the Dreadhorde and a Corpse Apprentice.
I'm discarding an
Razor.
island, a Citadel Gate, a Tezzeret Betrayer of Flesh, and a Generous Gift.
Okay.
Can't you lost
Wait,
it?
hold up. Oh wait, no, that could do it through the Ensnaring Bridge. Never mind. Don't mind me.
Okay.
Propaganda risk.
So Tom, that's just 5 commander damage.
I've already taken it.
Cool. Post combat. You know what? Why not? I'm gonna pay 5. I'm gonna cast a double vision. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, the first instant or sorcery spell each turn, I copy it and choose new targets. And
Yeah, I know. I didn't wheel on the first one, Jeremy.
with that, I will pass turn.
Right. Well, that sucked.
Oh no.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Cool. I'm gonna tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna tap for 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll play a Reflections of Lithogear. I'm gonna choose Vampire.
Okay. Yeah.
So whenever I cast a vampire, I copy it.
Yeah. Cool. I'm decked out. I'm gonna get decked out in this game, guaranteed.
And then I have 4 mana from Black Market as well. So
Matt, I'm blaming you.
let's go. I'm gonna use 3 of that mana straight away and leave 1 floating, and
Mhm.
I'll play a Vampire Nighthawk,
Oh no.
which will give me another Vampire Nighthawk.
I have a response to the cast.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
I would like to swords your Evelyn.
Oh,
Ooh.
seems mean.
Wait,
Yep.
what was that?
You got it.
It's spicy.
No, not those. There we go.
Yeah, my commander has been sworded.
Mm. Cool.
Cool. So I'll gain 2 life,
Mhm.
and then Nighthawk resolve.
Yep.
Right. Cool.
Yep.
So I will. On the cast, we get the trigger here.
Mhm.
And then the ETB, we get 2. So all my vampires have +1/+1 because there's 1 counter there.
Mhm.
Oh, absolutely missed the trick there, damn it. Should have sacked my Evelyn.
That was the second instant I've seen this entire game.
Yeah.
Granted, I only play 10, so
Yeah.
that's not true. I did see Board of Invention earlier, I guess.
Right. I'm going to shock in a watery grave, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've seen Path. Okay, so I've seen some. They just haven't been in my hand.
And then I'll go to combat and oh, it's Bridge. Yeah, you have 7 cards in hand though.
Yeah.
Attack Matt for 1. Get 3.
I'm gonna deck out, and Matt's gonna die to a 1/1 beats. Like.
Oh, it's actually 2 because of the Door of Destiny. Sorry, Matt.
Oh no!
Ah, come on.
That's cheating. Big
My
cheats.
bad. My bad. And then I'm just gonna pass.
What is this game?
On your end step, I'm gonna exile your Command the Dread Horde in your Underworld Breach in your graveyard, Tom.
It seems fine. I'll keep the relevant cards up top so you can see. I'll put all the lands down the bottom.
No, okay. Untap. Going to gain 1 life and draw. That's so fucking funny. Do you have an island that's exiled, Matt? Like a basic island?
Well, it depends on which pile.
In my exiled pile,
You've got 2 exile piles there. So which one?
I have 1.
What was the other one then? Because I had 2. I've had 3 exile piles.
One is for Evelyn.
That's
Yeah, one
Evelyn's
is for
pile at the top.
Evelyn, one is just
Then-
normal exile, and the other is
Alright.
for Omen.
Tasha's, was it? Or Omakil?
Yeah, I've got
Oh.
one. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a link.
Oh, you've Urza Saga trigger.
I do have an Urza Saga trigger.
There's also a Gaia Reach Sanitarium as well.
If you want to mill us out quicker.
I am,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I think I am going to play that island, though.
So that goes to double exile.
Super exile.
My 4th exile pile.
The Shadow Realm, as it's colloquially called. Yeah.
As it is known, yeah.
Outside
let's
the
see
game.
here. So for me to let's do this. So 1, 2. My mana is sorry, my board's kind of a mess. Tap 2. Did I lose 2 life there? I think so. Okay. I'm gonna wait. No. Caleb, order things correctly. I guess we're still doing that, huh? Tap this for 2. 1, 2. We'll play a Psy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then
Sorry.
we will then we will tap. Did I
And
do
then-
it this way? 1, 2. I think 3 to play a Joyrus Familiar.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Side trigger. I will make a. I'm getting in on the making tokens game. I have a Thopter. Let's see here. Then we will. I guess. Yeah. Two to cast a Cultivator's Caravan. I have 2 triggers. I guess I'll put the draw over the Thopter trigger, so I'll draw first.
It costs 1, doesn't it?
It costs. Oh, it does cost 1. You're right. So yeah, I'll only tap mine stone. And then I'll make another Thopter. Thanks for remembering my costs.
It's okay. I'm gonna miss my own triggers myself. So.
Here we're gonna switch to these. So I have 2 Thopters. Let's see here. So I tap this. And tap this way. What's on top first? Yes. Yeah, that's fine. So I think what we want to do is go 1, 2. Man, that's weird. Yeah, 3, and we'll equip the reality or reconfigure the reality chip onto SRAM.
Cool.
And then we will tap 1 Thopter to crew the Omen Keel. We will tap Ethereum Sculptor and SRAM to crew Sky Sovereign. Do I have anything that can be returned here? No, but it is damage. And then I guess we'll tap Drum Bellower to crew Imperial Recovery Unit. And God, I hate that you have blockers. I think we swing. That's 12. Just swing. I don't know how people feel about me killing Matt here, because I can. But I also... Let's see. Why do you have to have a Valimachus? That's so uncool. Actually, before we... We're gonna do a thing, I guess. Before we attack. Is we'll... Shayna Vapor the... No, I don't want to do that. Here's what we're going to do. Sky Sovereign will go at Matt. Omen Keel and Imperial Recovery Unit will go at Scott. And Sky Sovereign Trigger is going to deal 3 damage to Valimachus.
Okay. Sure.
So I have a 3/4 and a 3/3 coming at you, Scott, and a 6/5 coming at you, Matt.
No, nothing from me.
Yeah, I'm not blocking.
Cool. You will both exile 6 cards, believe it or not.
Yep, that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Get
That's
in
like,
on the action, Scott.
That's like a third of what's left in my deck. Command Tower, Plains, Abrade, Mountain, Generous Gift, and Saddle Wreckage.
Turns out we're all
Aetherized,
playing Mill.
Sampar, Sanctum, Sad Robot, Seed of Truth, Polymorph Jest.
The cards I now own in exile number greater than the cards left in library.
Yeah, I feel that is a similar place to where I'm at.
What am I at here? 15 cards left.
I guess we will pass the turn.
Okay.
I'm
How many
gonna untap
cards
my creatures.
do you have, Tom and Callahan? How many cards do you have in your library?
Plenty more than
I have
15.
Yeah.
2,
it
4,
quite a lot?
5 cards, and I
Quite a
definitely
lot.
have more than 15 left here.
Okay. I'm going to play a land.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can drop my hand enough to make Ensnaring Bridge matter.
I have 31 left.
31.
Just get another Tasha's going, it'd be grand.
I know.
What's the other one? You know, that half your library rounded up.
Oh, Cut Your Losses as well is one of them, and
Cacophony.
Maddening Cacophony, yeah.
That's the one.
I feel like if I just drop my hand, though, I'm not going to be able to mill people out, and it's just going to slow the game down completely. And I don't really want to do that. So we'll have a bit of fun
Yeah.
instead, and we'll pay 6, and we will kick Cacophony.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Each opponent mills half their library rounded up.
So,
Fuck!
does anybody else hold up? Does anybody else have a response to that?
No, I'm very okay with this for the the laugh.
I'm
Like,
gonna offer you can't refuse that.
No.
What the fuck? Okay.
You get 2 treasures.
Yeah.
I
That
guess.
is accurate.
Yeah. Oh.
I use 1 treasure to ponder. Look at the top 3. Put it back in the order. Draw a card. I will just do that. Shuffle. And draw a card. And that'd be me.
Okay. Do I want to do anything? On your end step, I'm gonna tap Thermo Alchemist to ping everybody for 1.
Sure.
I'm then going to pay 3. And I'm going to attempt to Chaos Warp targeting Sky Sovereign, trigger double vision, which means I get a copy of it. It
So
won't
you get a copy of it.
Yeah, it won't trigger these. I'll just get a copy and I can reselect targets.
Yeah. So we have the. I guess how are you stacking those triggers?
This goes first, then this, then this.
Okay.
And
So you'll get a elemental.
first,
That
I
will
suppose.
be the. Okay. And the copy is gonna target the same thing, or
Well, if this trigger resolves, I'll copy it and I'll target Omen Keel.
Omen Keel. Okay. Interesting. I think in response, what I'm gonna do, just tap this for colorless, tap this for blue, to activate sack 2 artifacts to draw a card.
Yes.
I think nothing is good right now. Why would you do such a thing? The goal. Let's see here.
I did it for the goal.
What have the French got to do with this?
LOL.
Yeah.
I think what I'm gonna do is pay a blue, cast Chain of Vapor, targeting my Sky Sovereign.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay. If that resolves, I'm going to return this to my hand. I'm going to copy it, sacking the island you gave me, Matt. So that's now in your graveyard.
Cool.
I'm going to also return Omen Keel to my hand.
Okay. Peter, I do in fact have Cheek, Gall, Audacity, and Gumption. Yes.
What'd you say?
Just responded to Peter in chat saying, the Cheek, the Gall, the Audacity, and the Gumption.
And then
I love that word, gumption.
I think we will sacrifice this Buried Ruin to then target your Valamachus.
What did Barry Ruin ever do to you?
Fucking nothing is what it did. Because I was never able to target anything with it because of the Tormod's.
Yeah. I'll bounce this back. Tom, is there anything in particular you would like me to bounce off of Callahan's board to make your life easier?
To make my life easier?
Yeah.
No, my life is pretty hard. No, there's nothing in particular there that's bothering me.
Okay. In that case, I'll...
Not Sai? Sai the card drawer?
I mean, maybe all their blue mana.
I only have colorless, like, available.
Left. Yeah.
That's true, actually, yeah.
I really don't have much to do past, like, just removing the Valamachus and making me pay out mana.
You know what, I'll sack him out and then I'll bounce Sai, just to be sure.
And what are you hitting?
Sai, Master Thopterist. Yep,
that seems reasonable. Yeah, I will... Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So the 2 Chaos Warps are fizzled. Thermo Alchemist untaps. Gutter Snipe does 2 to everybody, and I make another elemental. And
Just
then I'll
to double check, Callahan, did you sacrifice 2 top tiers?
To what? I did
To
sacrifice 2 Thopters.
Yeah, I just needed to put my black market up there.
Oh yeah. The Cheek, the Gall, the Audacity, the Gumption, and the Value. I'm gonna go to my turn. I'm gonna untap.
Hang on, that
You
wasn't
know
your
your
turn.
opponent plays EDH often when they start their Chain of Vapor with targeting their own things.
Too true.
Okay, so
I untap that.
I guess it's time to attempt max punishment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be for Valamachus. Yeah, you know what?
I mean, yeah, me. me bouncing, that was 100% just like trying to limit the amount of instants and sorceries you cast.
Yeah. So let's just scare the shitfuck bejesus out of everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay 2. I'm gonna play an electrostatic field.
Nice.
I'm then going
Everything's
to
fine.
float 4. I'm gonna play a Firebrand Archer and a Kessig Flame Breather. And then I'm gonna cast Velomachus.
Yeah.
And I'll go to combat.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
Callahan.
I'm dead.
I'm gonna
Matt,
attack
I don't
you.
think you got through this one.
I'm gonna attack you, Callahan, with this.
Yeah,
Tom,
there's a
I'll
trigger.
I'll swing 7 elementals at you, and then we'll have an attack trigger.
No
Okay.
problem.
Ti-
7 elementals at me.
Time to look at the top 7 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, leaving me with roughly 8 cards in bin. These are terrible. I actually can only cast 1. Okay. I'll blacksmith skill the Velomachus. Gains hexproof and indestructible, and in response I'll just ping with Thermo Alchemist to deal 1.
And then there's a... you
1,
cast
2,
that, right?
3.
So there's
4. So
I know
there's
I'm dead.
5. Sorry, I also copy blacksmith skill technically, but I don't think that matters.
I mean, it pumps them, right? Does it not pump them?
No, because it has to be an artifact
No.
creature.
No.
So it'll
Oh,
be
I should put that in this.
2, 3,
Definitely.
4, 5, 6.
I'm dumb.
So I'm gonna untap Thermo Alchemist as the first trigger, and then
Yeah.
I'll do the
Yeah.
other damage ones. So 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage, 5 damage. Then make an elemental.
Whoa.
Uh,
got exiled.
oh, he'll be back in a sec.
I was at, what, 16 when this all started? So how much damage am I taking total from
Excuse me.
the pings?
Kick me.
Including welcome back. Including the first Thermo Alchemist, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Okay, it's down to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
then
good to go to blocks?
yes, Velomachus is coming in.
Ornithopter of Paradise is going to go poop.
Go right under that.
I'm
bus.
going to block 2 of your tokens and gain 6 life.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know what I
Um,
expected.
So I get +1.
So 2 of those die. And then this
So
just
5.
bounces off. Okay. Is there anything else I can do here? Is there anything in my bin? I could play a land at least for turn. Sundown Pass. And then, hold on, let me just get my big hunkin' chunkin' graveyard and have a look. Come on, cheap flashback. Come on, cheap flashback.
There's like an astonishing amount of stuff still in my library. Like,
I don't like that.
for how much I've been milled, there's like still like a reasonable amount of like decent cards in my
Like,
library.
a board wipe puts Scott so far behind.
Oh,
Yes.
I lose the game if there's a board wipe. Yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that.
But why
Yeah,
would we run interaction?
pass turn.
Right. I'm gonna untap. Upkeep. I'll draw a card.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I get 8 mana from Black Market.
Mm-hmm.
3. That's fine. I'll use 5 of the 8 mana. 3. And I'll play a Captain of Dusk.
Oh.
So 2 triggers, 2 cast triggers,
Oh no.
which will give me a copy of it, and Door of Destinies of 1.
Is this the
And
part where
then-
Tom dies by accident?
Well, one of them will ETB, and then the other will ETB. So
That's true. That's true.
yeah. So one will enter. It'll see 3. So I'll lose 3 and draw 3.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a... Oh, no, there's not an Evelyn trigger. I forgot that I removed
No,
the
yeah,
Evelyn.
you got rid of the Evelyn.
Yay!
And then the next
I
one
get
will
to
come
keep
in.
my top decks.
Who needs Evelyn? The next one will come in and see 4 or sorry, that was 4, so I should have lost 4 there. The next one will come in and see 5, and I'll lose 5 and draw 5.
How many cards are left in your library?
3, 4, 5. Enough.
Enough.
I'll check.
I love that question or that answer.
12, 15, 16, 17,
That's
18, 19,
plenty.
20,
Yeah.
21. So I've basically drawn 10 cards. Right. So I think I will play a land for turn,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll tap for I'll use a black, and I'll play a Viscera Seer.
Oh no.
So I'll get a trigger here and a trigger here, so I'll get 2 Viscera Seers.
Neat. That feels a lot less scary when you don't have enough.
I'll use the 2 mana that's remaining and an island here, and I'll play a Midnight Assassin. Then I'll get a
Okay.
Door of Destiny's trigger,
Yeah.
and I'll get a second Midnight Assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just need to have a look at my graveyard.
We might want to work together, Tom, and maybe try to deal with the thing that not the thing, the accumulation of things that are pinging us to death.
You're more
I
than
wouldn't
welcome
worry
to just deal with this small number of cards right now, because this is basically just a hand as a library. So
How many cards are in your library?
I can tell you now.
I got a tap for 9.
13.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap for 9, and I'm gonna cast Agadeem's Awakening.
Oh
for
my
6.
god.
I'm gonna get back Zagress, which gives all my creatures haste.
Okay.
Stormcur Captain, which will bump them by +1/+1 and give them first strike. Child of Night, Owen the Ruin Sage, and a Vimir Gorger.
Okay, so in response to those targets,
Yeah.
I'm going to tap Unlicensed Curse to exile the first 2 ones that you showed us. The ones
Stormcur
that
Captain and Zagress. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that makes my choice much easier about who to attack.
You
Cool.
still attack Scott. I'm just making
Yeah.
sure I don't die.
I don't know.
When
I
you
think I can
said
survive
gives,
a round off
gives you
Scott.
+1/+1 and haste, I was like,
Yeah.
we might have to have a chat.
This is pretty funny. So wait, you got back Child Tonight.
Yeah, Child and I, Owen the Ruin Sage. So at the beginning of each upkeep, player sacrifices a non-vampire creature. Beginning of my upkeep, sorry. My upkeep,
your
my
upkeep.
yeah.
I was like, damn, that's
Yeah.
the best Shieldred I've ever heard of.
Yeah. I think what I'll do then is I'll use the 2 mana I have there. I'll activate Indulgent Aristocrat's ability, which will put
Okay.
sacrifice the creature and put a 1/1 counter on all the vampires I control.
Oh.
I'll sack Child of Night.
And
So
you have a black market.
and I have a black market as well. Yeah,
Nice.
very good point. So everything that's at the moment has a 1/1 counter on it as well. I'll just keep that dice there for the second just to see how many 1/1 counters there are. And all the vampires are getting +4/+4 from Door to Destinies.
This is fine. Everything's
This is
fine.
fine.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
many flyers have you got, Colin?
I have got 2 flyers.
2 flyers, you say? I mean, I have to attack Scott.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just die if you attack.
Yeah. 4.
I'm fine with this. My body is ready. To be fair, I've been
Alright,
sitting
so
here
yeah.
for like 15 minutes being like, how am I not dead?
Honestly, it's because of the fact that like I haven't found any of. It took me way too long to find my flying like vehicles, and so I couldn't afford to swing at anybody that wasn't Matt because you could block anything that I was sending.
I'm gonna attack Scott for 20.
20.
All has lifelink. This has menace.
Uh,
And 2 of those
They have dead touch. Flying.
on-
Yeah.
no blocks.
No blocks.
No blocks.
I will gain 20 life.
Cool.
Nice.
That's all the effects I have, unfortunately.
Okay.
6, 7,
We'll
8, 9, 10. I have
move
10
my
cards in hand, so
turn.
I'll have to discard the hand size. For regardless. Falcon Rat Exterminator. Chromatic Lantern.
All right. Untap. Inventor's Fair. Trigger. I would like to tap 2 to take 2 and make a construct.
Ah, Urza Saga. Love it.
Such a good card.
So good.
Where
That's something myself and Tom can agree on.
Here's my construct. Cool. Alright, I will go to draw step. Cool. Urza Saga trigger. I can still look at the top card. Yep. I will sack and search. Let's see what we got. I knew that was still an option. Which is good. I think that is literally the only option. I think that is the option to do. Okay. I am going to put this expedition map into play. And my library is awfully thin.
I know the feeling.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's
Alright.
cool. It's cool.
Um,
It's nice
Could
to
have
be
been
able to
worse.
attack with Velomachus and be able to look at your entire library. It's basically a tutor at that point.
So, what we're gonna do is tap this to tap this for 2. We will cast a sigh.
What are you casting aside? Sorry?
I'm casting sigh.
Our differences? Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I think what's the top card of my library? The Might Inform. Oh,
Oh,
huh.
do it. Don't care what it is. Do it.
Well, we're gonna play a land. I think to start things off. I'm gonna cast a top trigger sigh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's tap this for color or for a blue to cast imposter mech, trigger Psy, trigger SRAM. I'll put SRAM on top of Psy. Yep.
Draw. And then make another Thopter. Does imposter mech resolve?
I'm good.
Okay. is going to enter the battlefield as Velamachus.
Okie dokie.
So I think this might be enough to do this thing. Okay. I will tap this for blue to cast the Omen Keel. Trigger. Thopter, draw. What else is on top? Yeah. That's actually mildly helpful. Oh, I can just cast that for free off the top. That's sick. I'm gonna cast this Grim Monolith.
Oh, yeah.
Trigger Psi. Already played. So that actually changes this math. Not a lot, but enough. I think we still do it this way. So we're gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 3 white to cast Organic Extinction.
That's a thing.
Destroy all non-artifact creatures.
Wow.
That was the thing that I looked at the top and went, that changes stuff.
My bones. In response, I'm gonna tap Thermo Alchemist, ping everybody for 1.
Sure. Oh, I'm not on the right.
And then that's it.
I'm gonna scry 11 times.
Seems reasonable.
It's more than a bones day. It's an oof my bones day.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I will never financially recover from this.
6.
I'm just gonna start moving these now.
Yeah, if that resolves.
By the way, I think these cards here, all of these, if I'm not mistaken, that's every single one of the pingers in my deck dead now.
Neat.
In one go.
How many creatures died there?
I will only have 3 die. Or 4, excuse me.
Creatures or non-token creatures?
Or, no. I have 3.
It
that are gonna
is creatures.
13.
For you? Nice.
Yeah.
I have 3.
36.
6 tokens, 6 non-tokens, and Velamachus. Normally I slide my commander into my deck, but it feels like I'm just putting a card into a hand backwards now.
So...
Just whenever enchanted creature dies here with sticky fingers, I get to draw a card.
Yep.
So I'll draw that card.
so we're gonna tap this for 3, tap this for blue, and I'm going to cast the Cyber Drive Awakener.
Oh, we're dead.
No, you're not, actually.
Oh no? Oh no?
So, I have a lot of tapped non-creatures, but I can, like, a lot of my non-creatures are tapped. But I can get, like, some stuff back. So I can, like, regain some value is my big thing. So this becomes creature until end of turn. It is a 4/4, which is hilarious. This is hard to manage, this board state. This is also a creature until end of turn. So...
Getting headbutted by a milestone. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's see what's on top of my ladder. I knew it was on top. All right. I am going to go to combat, I guess. So we will swing 4, 8 at Scott, and there will be a Valmacus trigger.
Yeah.
And Imperial Recruiter and Imperial Recruit Recovery Unit at Tom.
Which is that for?
It'll be for 4.
Cool. Yeah.
And then I have a trigger here where I can return a creature or vehicle with 2 to my hand, 2 or less, I should say. I think we return Ornithopter Paradise to my hand. And then I have the Valmacus trigger. So I look. How many do I look at? The top 7?
Top 7.
Okay.
And it's an instant or sorcery with mana value equal to or less than the
4,
creature's power.
2, 4, 6, 7. So an instant or sorcery, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 or less.
It will be a Thirst for Knowledge. And then I put the breast on the bottom in a random order.
Yeah.
Well, I guess those are technically still exiled, huh? Until I resolve this. So, I will have draw 3 and discard. What do I discard? I think I discard these 2 cards instead of discarding an artifact. Cool. And then, yeah, so you'll take 8, Scott, and then Tom, you will take 4.
Take an 8.
26. And then we put these on bottom. Okay. I'm gonna cast an Ornithopter Paradise because it's free. And then I guess we. Oh, you also are. So you also have to mill for the Omen Keel still. Just whenever a vehicle. So you need to exile 8 cards, Scott, and 4 cards for you, Tom.
What the fuck? Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4,
lands and a
5,
captivating
6,
vampire.
7, 8.
Neat.
That leaves me with 5 cards in library.
Cool.
Lands and random things.
Cool. I have quite a lot of stuff going on right now. And
it's going through a hard time right now.
We're gonna pass the turn, I guess.
Okay, cool. 1 turn closer to death.
How the turntables?
At the turntables.
Indeed it does.
Land, and I guess I'm casting Velomachus again, because why the hell not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The hilarious thing is my card construct has flying. What the F?
What? What?
Because a Cyberdrive Awakener, other artifact creatures you control have flying. So all my artifact creatures have flying.
Just in general?
Yeah. It just gives them flying.
What the hell? Okay, well, you know what?
Wow.
I'm gonna have to Hail Mary this one and just swing Velomachus at you anyway, Callahan, and hope that there's something in the top 4 cards of my library that could destroy an artifact or a creature.
You love to see it.
That felt like the LeBron James block in Game 6 of the NBA Finals
Whiff.
or Game 7, excuse me.
Whiff. Yeah, so it's just a 5/5 vigilance
Yeah, my
coming at you.
Karn Struck will block it.
Cool. It dies. I'll pay 2, and I'll play
Draw
a
some
Cold
cards.
Steel Heart, and I'll name red. I don't know. I'll pass the turn.
Cool. Can I get a check of how many cards everybody has in their library?
4.
It's got you 3. 4?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards.
You can do it, Tom. I believe in you.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Come on.
Many creatures are in play?
Thanks, Peter.
Mini creatures. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 creatures.
Cool. I'll pay 1 red Blasphemous Act.
It's very funny.
Uh,
I'm just gonna draw myself to death. Like, nothing special is gonna happen here.
sure. Yeah. That's fine.
And then I also have 36 mana in my mana pool. I'll use a...
Wait,
Wouldn't that
how many creatures
wait,
died?
no,
What?
How many creatures
you
died?
won't get it.
No, this is
Oh,
before the
never
other
mind.
creatures.
I only have 6
Okay.
that
You-
are
oh,
dying. Or no, 6, 10.
Yeah, but I'm
Okay.
not counting those. This is before that 10.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I have 36 black mana. I'll tap a blue and a red to play my commander,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
which will give me 2 triggers here. One for Door of Destinies,
Mhm.
the other for Reflections.
Mhm.
I'll have the Reflections resolved, so the copy is in.
Yeah.
We all have to exile the top card of our library.
Sure.
It's an increasing vengeance.
It is a sea of clouds.
It is a land.
This was the only
and
instant
then-
and sorcery left in my deck, by the way.
Then the other one will come in.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming
the
you're keeping the token one.
Well, I was going to keep the actual original.
If
Or
you
will
keep
I?
the token one, though, you sack the other one and can recast it.
That is fair, actually.
And then
I
you
think
get
I w-
3. You would get.
I think
hold on. Those
We're going to
stack.
get 2 now. Yeah, so we're going to get 2 now.
No, there's 4. Wait, no, you get 3. So you get in total. So you would get
Yeah, yeah.
2. Yeah, there's 2 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then she'll enter. I'll have her die to state-based effects.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Yep.
back to the command zone. And then we'll exile 2.
You hit Command Tower and Emery.
My poor fucking Stoneforge. Or Stoneforger.
Cyclonic Rift and land.
An arcane signet?
So I have token.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll. So that's. Sorry, should be keeping track of mana here as well.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4. 7. I'll spend 4 mana and I'll cast your card.
Yeah, sure.
So I have a card in play.
You have a card. Well, in response to that, I guess I'll exile. I don't know. Pick 2. What are some relevant cards that you could get back from your graveyard?
Champion at Dusk.
Let's hit Champion and Agadine's Awakening, I think. And then, yeah, then Karn is fine.
I want the champion.
I'm sure you did.
I'll use. 5 and a red.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play Mirror March.
Oh god.
LOL. Okay.
Oh god. Yeah, here we go. Mm-hmm.
What a game.
What a game.
I love this Evelyn deck.
I love this Qatari deck. Every game I've played with Qatari at any power level has just been a dumb game of Magic.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This
What
is
the
so
hell is happening?
tough. I'm gonna play Evelyn again.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So we will get 3 triggers.
Wait.
So
Wait.
2
So you'll cast it. There will
I'll
be
cast
2
doors. Yeah.
The copy
then
will come in
it's-
first.
The copy will come in.
The first Evelyn, the first token Evelyn will see that one come in, and there'll also be the trigger
Yeah.
off that one. So yeah, it's just 2.
So
Okay,
there's
yeah.
2. There's
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2. Okay. So,
So
we
then-
will hit plains and an island.
Okay, you're gonna hit
Not
a
even
mountain.
to consider.
You're gonna hit a mountain and fail to find.
Cool. So the token will die. Then the actual Evelyn will come in.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And then you have
2
Mirror
again,
March trigger
and then a Mirror
the
March
Evelyn
trigger. Yeah. So Mirror March will do odds and evens.
Mhm.
Evens I get one, odds I don't. Evens I get one.
So you go
Okay.
again.
2 again, yeah.
So you get an extra copy.
So we do the 2 from this one coming in first.
Mhm.
No, those are underneath the Mirror March ones on the stack because those went onto the stack first.
Well, yeah. But
Then you went made a Mirror March. Then
this
the
one
Mirror
already
March
died
took
with
you-
state-based effects, though.
Right, but their triggers are the ones that
Yeah.
are on.
So
the bottom of the
we're
stack.
going the Mirror March one first, yeah.
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so we're doing 2 again.
Yep.
Colossal Plow and Hotshot Mechanic.
Fail to find. Fail to find.
And then it'll be 1. So 1 more.
Brilliant Restoration. That one's sad.
Huh.
Florian.
Fail to find.
Right.
I mean, literally every card that I've exiled has been sad. TBH. Because I feel like this deck is just all bangers.
So we'll go double blue and a colorless.
Oh.
And we'll play Mirror Maid as a copy of Reflections.
Okay. Jesus.
So silly. Yep. I mean, it's the.
I'll use a black mana here to disentomb.
Okay.
You have it.
I'll-
You have the. You have it. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand or in my library. You
I'll get the
100%
Viscera
have it.
I'll play the Viscera Seer.
Yeah, I will concede to
trigger.
all of the nonsense because I only have 7 cards left in my library. I 100% am dead.
I don't know. I think I can take him.
I just robbed Matt's plan.
I'm happy that
We were all
Mill's still
kind
won.
of playing that plan in a way,
It was good.
actually.
That was fantastic.
Dude, my hand was nuts. So you didn't know any of the cards in my hands. My hand had Katsumasa, the animator, the Antiquities War, Research Thief, which has flash and flying, and whenever an artifact creature I control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Yeah.
Thought Monitor and a Unibus Sky Sovereign.
Nice. I had what's that MDFC that's just blow up literally everything in the world. The Undo Inversion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only thing left in my hand, and I was like, I'm not casting this. There's no way. Just
Like,
cast that and die.
I pivoted my game plan there 3 times. Like I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, Stalin strategy, let's go. We're gonna steal everybody's cards.
Yeah.
No, we're going on the beatdown. Okay, let's mill everyone out.
Sometimes just going to the mill plan at the
Uh,
end is worth it. Yeah.
I just wanna give a shout out to Top Deck of the Century. Where's it at? Here it is. Organic Extinction.
That was gross.
That was great.
So
That was so great.
I saw that on top, and I was like, okay, how do I grow this Psy big enough so that I spend the least amount of mana, so that I can like improvise basically the entirety of the cost.
Yeah.
That was such a momentum shifter.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good game. Good
Good
game.
game.
Wild
So much
game.
fun.
Nonsense.
What did you think of the power level of this deck? Like, was it okay?
I thought it was in line with the rest of the stuff we were doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strong,
Yeah.
but like adaptable, and you know, could be interacted with, and stuff could be done and everything. So yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Matt just got very unfortunate with milling his own lands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mill that many. I only milled 2.
With that
And
said,
then you didn't have that many. Yeah.
with that said, the amount of damage done to the library was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That Mesmeric orb early in
Oh.
the game, like
That- That shifted my game plan a lot, not
Yeah.
gonna lie, because I saw
Yeah.
a lot of like core pieces go away, and I was like, oh,
Oh no.
He got that down when we were tapping out every turn.
Yeah, it's good to get down early when people are developing and they're just like, I have to mill 7 cards a turn in order to play the game. But yeah.
Shorekai was one of the first cards to go, and then you Tormod scripted it away, and I had a refurbish in hand, and I was just like sitting here like,
God damn. All right. That was a bit of a long game, to be honest. It was nearly 2 hours. I probably wouldn't be able to do another game at this point, but that was honestly that was entertainment enough for 2. To be, it was great. Really good game.
Fun that was.
It was really fun.
10 out of 10. So what we're going to do is, before we sign off, everybody at the table here, first of all, thank you for coming along and playing a game. It was fantastic. I had a load of fun. If you want to just run around the table, starting with yourself, Tom, if you want to just shout out anything or throw anything in chat, plug anything, any links, tell chat that I'm a fool, doesn't matter, whatever you want, you have the floor. So fire away.
Just like, if there's any fellow Amulet players out there I'd like to brainstorm with you or the like, hit me up on Twitter.
Nice.
Anybody who is interested in playing CEDH and you want to kind of learn more and get some deep dives on some of the stuff, check out the Mind Sculptors on YouTube and every podcast platform that I'm aware of. So, and then I'm on Twitter at Callahan is here.
Good stuff. Awesome. And Matt.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Real good fun.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. I'll put my link tree in there. So basically, it's total MTG everywhere, mainly on YouTube, and just starting Twitch again. So, but I love guesting on Commander streams. It seems that's what I do most of at the moment. So I love it.
That's good. I love it too. Awesome. So what we're going to do before everyone goes, we're going to pop over. This is a first for me, right? A first. I think I'm actually going to get to raid Chase. Because normally they're on like way later than I am, or I'm on their stream. So, it's nice to be able to like Uno reverse for the first time. So I also noticed Spike Feeder Alex. Welcome, friend. Welcome. We're about to head on over. We're just finished the stream. So pop on in if you want to tell Chase, say hi, pop in for a bit. I think they're unboxing some stuff at the moment. Let me check, what are they doing? They're unboxing some new Ultra Pro merch. Oh, so thanks everybody for coming along. The VOD, if you missed this and you want to check out this wacky, wild, ridiculous game, the VOD will be up tomorrow on YouTube at youtube.com/Savantier, same as the Twitch link. And that's it. Alright, talk to you later. And we are